They're called prediction market apps, controversial online betting that's found a loophole around normal gambling laws. And of course...
What the hell is this?
That's a prediction market app.
I'm asking why did you bet yes that my mom would strike Gaza?
Why did you?
Put some money on that. I know it's not very likely, but I like to bet on long shots.
Why are you betting on it at all? Israel and Gaza is a very serious matter.
That I am extremely upset and I am not leaving until I have said my piece.
South Park just exposed prediction markets in the most savage way possible. A so-called harmless app twists into a carnival of bets on pain, chaos, and even war. The punchline? It feels less like parody and more like a brutal mirror of our world.
Kyle, if you think the bet isn't fair, then you can just take it up with the company that manages the app.
I can?
Sure thing. These apps aren't run-of-the-mill rinky-dink. They're all run by highly professional, strategic advisors.
South Park just turned a harmless little school app into absolute chaos. What started as kids making silly bets turned into a full-on war of greed, power, and manipulation. That's the genius of this episode. It's not really about kids gambling. It's about how prediction markets can corrupt friendships, twist politics, and weaponize trust. And let's be real, South Park didn't pull any punches. They went for the jugular, money, power, and the stupidity of human behavior when profit's on the line.
Will Kyle's mom strike Gaza and destroy a Palestinian hospital? Will school lunch have tater tots next week?
Wait, what was that?
So, what even is a prediction market? It's simple. You bet on the future. Will it rain tomorrow? Will the president win? Will a celebrity get busted in a scandal? If you're right, you profit. If you're wrong, you lose. It's basically gambling. Except instead of roulette wheels, reality itself is the casino.
What are you guys talking about?
Prediction market app, dude. You know, online peer-to-peer betting. Yeah, it's social platform betting. People can make any bet they want and then other users take them up on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, dude. People bet on anything, even stuff here at the SKU. See? Will the girls' soccer team win on Friday?
Back in the episode, the kids dive headfirst into their school's mini version of this monster. What starts as dumb lunchroom gossip morphs into spreadsheets, odds, and payoffs. Cartman figures out he can literally raise the value of a bet just by pushing Kyle's buttons, and the more Kyle explodes, the more everyone else cashes in. Suddenly, Kyle's temper isn't just a meltdown, it's a stock option. The playground has turned into a trading floor, and rage is the hottest commodity on the market.
Will school lunch have tater tots next week?
No, the one about my mom.
Oh, will Kyle's mom strike Gaza and destroy a Palestinian hospital?
Why the hell would my mom destroy a Palestinian hospital?
'Cause she's a Jew?
And then it spirals fast. The bets stop being funny little dares and start digging into darker, more personal territory. It's no longer, will Kyle snap at Cartman? It's, how far can this go? And then South Park does what South Park always does. They blast through the roof of absurdity. The market expands beyond the schoolyard, dragging Kyle's mom into the mess, until suddenly she's a global wild card whose every move is being gambled on. On the surface, it's hilarious. But the punchline lands with a bruise. If you think this is absurd, take a look at reality.
I would think Jesus these days would be a little bit more liberal, but Kyle's mother is doing God's work.
Take that bet down right now, fat ass.
You must be so excited as well.
Yeah, sure, real excited.
It is going to completely change your life, though.
News networks cash in, betting sites open wagers, and stock futures shift. South Park doesn't invent satire here. They strip away the mask and say the quiet part out loud. Everything, even morality, has a price tag.
I didn't put it up, Kyle. I'm not even betting on it. It's 9 to 1 odds your mom won't do it. Those are terrible odds.
This is such bullshit. I'm gonna find out who started this, and I'm gonna rip him a new asshole.
Man.
And then the show blasts into geopolitical chaos. Kyle's mom literally ends up in Israel, caught between world leaders, and yep, that too becomes another betting frenzy. Will peace talks collapse? Place your bets. Will war break out? Check the odds. It's so over the top, so offensive, so wild. And yet it's disturbingly close to real life. Wars boost defense stocks, cable networks get record-breaking ratings from conflict, and prediction sites already let people gamble on global instability. The line between parody and reality isn't a wall anymore. It's tissue paper.
Just bring up Gaza to a Jew and they flip out. Maybe these are pretty good odds.
That's why this episode hits so savagely. You laugh at the absurdity of kids running a stock exchange on the playground, but the deeper you think, the more it stings. These systems already exist, just hidden behind financial jargon and glowing stock tickers. South Park's genius is the laugh that sticks in your throat. You start out chuckling, then suddenly you're thinking, wait a second, is this already happening? And that realization, that's scarier than anything they could animate.
Not at all! Israel and Gaza is a very serious matter.
Oh, I know, Kyle. I told a joke about Gaza on a Zoom meeting yesterday and nobody laughed. I guess it's not even remotely funny.
Will President Trump and Satan's baby be a boy or a girl?
A bud baby. It's a bud baby.
Market apps are going crazy right now. On Kalshi, 54% are betting it's gonna be a boy, while bettors on Polymarket are at nearly 60% the demonic butt baby's gonna be a girl.
And South Park doesn't let you look away. They're basically screaming through satire. Are we really that different from these kids cheering on chaos for a payday? The uncomfortable answer? Not really. Our media already profits from tragedy. Outrage isn't just emotion anymore, it's currency. And conflict sells. The ugliness of it is exactly why this episode cuts so deep.
Wow, what a terrific audience.
What is wrong with you people? Do you even know what Gaza is? You seriously just care about making a couple bucks?
Here's where South Park's dark genius shines. They always take the dumbest concept imaginable and flip it into a mirror you can't dodge. A school app turns into a global economy of misery. A childish bet becomes a metaphor for how whole systems thrive on pain. That laugh that feels uneasy, that's intentional. You're not just laughing at a cartoon, you're laughing at yourself, at reality, and suddenly the joke isn't funny anymore.
You know what my mom would do if she found out about this?
Holy shit, his ass is burning. I haven't seen Kyle with an ass burning like that in years. You know, it's a really touch.
And honestly, that's South Park's track record. They've been doing this for years. Remember when they roasted Facebook, making it look like a manipulative monster that feeds on trust and spits out division? That was before whistleblowers confirmed Facebook's algorithms thrive on anger and misinformation. Or when they mocked streaming wars. Long before media giants drowned us in endless subscription services, South Park doesn't just parody the world, they predict it. And then reality catches up in the bleakest way.
Coat hanger is more direct and you're gonna get to action faster.
Jimmy,
Oh, hey, Kyle.
what the hell is this?
That's a prediction market app.
I'm asking why did you bet yes that my mom would strike Gaza?
Why did you?
Put some money on that. I know it's not very likely, but I like to bet on long shots.
This episode is now part of that savage legacy. They didn't just take aim at politics, celebrities, or tech. They went after human nature itself, our instinct to gamble on pain, our ability to turn misery into markets. And by putting it in the hands of kids, they exposed the cruel truth. Society is just a bigger version of that playground. It's not parody, it's prophecy, dressed in crude animation.
There's been a conflict in Israel for thousands of years. Teams that you bet on.
Guys, phones.
But here's the savage genius. South Park never leaves you comfortable. They don't want you laughing easy. They want you laughing hard, and then squirming, realizing the punchline is too close to home. That's not comedy, that's a weapon. And they wield it better than anyone else.
Netanyahu! Just who do you think you are? Killing thousands and flattening neighborhoods, then wrapping yourself in Judaism like it's some shield from criticism. You're making life for Jews miserable and life for American Jews impossible. Oh, don't you roll.
That's why the final jab cuts so deep. What's really the difference between Cartman betting on Kyle's next explosion and Wall Street betting on whether the economy collapses? One makes you laugh, the other wrecks lives. But both are just systems that profit off human suffering. And South Park is ruthless enough to throw it right in your face.
Bet on one of your apps that's incredibly insensitive, and it needs to be taken down, now!
So let's bring it home. South Park didn't just drop an episode about kids gambling on recess drama. They gave us a vicious mirror of the world we already live in. A world where outrage is monetized, wars fuel profits, scandals become entertainment, and tragedy turns into clicks. They took a silly school app and turned it into one of the most savage takedowns of modern life. And now the question flips to you. Would you bet on politics, war, or even your friends? Because plenty of people already are. If the line between satire and reality is this thin, maybe the only difference left is whether you laugh or log in. So yeah, laugh if you want. But don't forget, the joke's on us.